Are you going to postpone the most important things in life for later? Before we realize it, it's 6 p.m. It's Friday. The month is over. The year is over. 40, 50, or 60 years have gone by. We no longer know where our friends are. We lost the love of our life. And now, it's too late to go back. Don't miss out on what you truly enjoy for lack of time. Don't wind up all alone, because your kids won't always be yours. And you'll have to find something else to do with that spare time. There will be a void that can only be filled by your lifelong friends, with that special person, with the love of your life, your partner, that time which regrettably never returns. We must eliminate later. I'll call you later. I'll do it later. I'll say it later. I'll change later. We leave everything for later as if later were the greatest. Why can't we just realize that later our coffee gets cold? Later our priorities change. Later we lose the enchantment. Later morning becomes evening. Later yearning dissipates. Later things change. Later our children grow. Later people grow old. Later day is night. Later life is over. Don't leave anything for later, because while waiting for later you could lose your best moments, your best opportunities, your best experiences, your best adventures, your best friends, your greatest loves. Remember that later could be too late. The day is today. We are never at an age to postpone anything. We have two options: act now or leave it for later. What is the biggest obstacle keeping you from achieving your dreams? Hello and welcome to a very special edition of
RER, Real Estate Done Right.
In fact, this could very well be the most important video you ever watch. For 2.5 decades, I've helped homebuyers establish credit from scratch, repair severely damaged credit, and I have managed to find my clients just more than $425,000 in free down payment grant money. I've taught hundreds of homeowners how to pay their mortgage off in 6 to 8 years, and I've helped thousands of real estate agents in the US and Canada market their services more effectively using my software, systems, and techniques. However, I feel I have failed miserably. I've failed because I have a set of very important missions in life that I must not rest until I accomplish. These include ending homelessness, ending human trafficking and the forced sex trade, ending human waste and the destruction of our planet, creating multiple pillars of income for all my friends and family. My next important life goal was to have an adventure with each of my 5 kids every single day. I'm almost 50 now, and I've failed to make the tiniest dent in these issues. I have volumes of indispensable information that could improve the lives of almost everybody around me drastically, but I have failed to share it with my closest friends, my family, and the ones I care about most, all because I always assumed I could do it later. But later is no longer acceptable. I am failing miserably on helping everyone get out of their financial tombs. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the actual definition of mortgage, to become entombed. The sad truth is that credit is set up to do precisely that. But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get yourself out of any financial problem you may find yourself in. I'm going to show you right now. These are some of the most common things that people come to me for help with: obtaining a tri-merge credit report, establishing credit from scratch, fixing severely damaged credit, how to invest in real estate, how to skyrocket your real estate business, how to run a profitable online business, how to monetize your personal skills, how to monetize your marketing efforts, how to pay off your mortgage in 6 to 8 years, how to have amazing adventures, how to get surgery for a fraction of the price. My main driver has always been an internal question that asks me, what is the best transformation I can provide my client? You see, I can help you with every single one of these problems, and it's actually much easier than you think. I've been helping clients solve these problems for as long as I can remember, but I'm worried that I haven't done so at scale, and there are millions of people who need my help, and I'm betting you might be one of them. Without good credit, you are a nobody. You may have a tough time getting a job, getting a good rate on your insurance, and you'll definitely have a tough time qualifying for loans. And if you do end up qualifying with less than perfect credit, you'll be throwing away thousands of dollars in interest. So step 1 is to get all 3 of your credit reports: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. I've provided a link for Identity IQ where you can sign up for $30.99 a month. And each month, they'll send you a tri-merge credit report. Plus, they'll protect you and 4 family members from identity theft. You'll get Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion reports and scores, Scorecaster IQ, 3 bureau daily monitoring and alerts, dark web monitoring, and $1 million identity theft insurance. The next step is establishing credit from scratch. One of the most frustrating things to deal with is trying to get a loan but having no credit established. I remember going to rent-to-own appliance stores and trying to get credit references added to my credit record. Today, luckily, it's much easier than that. I've teamed up with Credit Builder secured credit cards in order to help more people build and establish their credit history. It's vitally important to have good credit, but how do you build new positive credit? Well, the fastest and most well-known way is with a secure credit card. A secure card is a standard credit card that requires a refundable deposit. Use your card responsibly for about 12 months, and then you'll be able to get your deposit back and get approved for standard credit cards. Remember to establish primary accounts in your own name. Do not fall for the trap of the authorized user. Getting yourself added to someone else's credit report may have your score soar on a free service like Credit Karma, but it isn't going to get you qualified for a home or a car. Banks want to understand your credit worthiness, and when you're simply added on as an authorized user to another individual's credit card, it doesn't prove you're a good credit risk at all. And shockingly, the best possible percentage you should spend on your card to maximize your credit score is less than 10%. That's right. So to improve your score on a $200 credit card, you should not spend more than $20 or 10%. I know that's crazy. But it's also important to know that having a zero balance on your credit card also affects you negatively. So use your credit cards up to 10% every month and pay off the balance in full at the end of each month. Fixing severely damaged credit. What if your credit is already damaged beyond recognition? Well, it turns out I have a solution for you there as well. It's essential to address both negative and delinquent items in your credit report while also establishing an on-time payment history. I've teamed up with nationwide credit experts in order to offer this service to my clients. They will take the Tri-Merge credit report you obtained in step 1 and they'll give you tips on how you can improve your credit score. But if your credit is less than stellar, you can retain their services and they'll take care of fixing your credit profile so that you can get the lowest possible interest rates on any type of loan. After you've done that, for those of you who still don't have a home, there are many programs available where you can get thousands of dollars in free down payment money. If you're a first-time buyer, see your trusted mortgage lender or check out some of the resources available at the link below. So let's say you already have a home. You've been living in it and you have a 30-year mortgage. Did you know that you can pay that mortgage off in 7 to 8 years without changing the amount of money that you make? Pay close attention because I'm about to show you how to save tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's a type of loan called a HELOC, which stands for Home Equity Line of Credit. What this does is calculates the equity in your home, and a lender will loan you some money based on the equity you have built into your house. So I want to teach you how to use the HELOC to pay your mortgage off in about a quarter of the time. And you can do it without making any more money or cutting back on expenses. Now listen, if you don't grasp the concept, please check out the link below where you can learn exactly how to use this HELOC principle. Download a HELOC savings calculator and an ebook as you're taken by the hand and guided through the steps involved. So how exactly do you pay off your mortgage in 7 years without making more money? If you already have a mortgage and you'd like to accelerate payments on it without changing the amount of money you make, please listen to me very carefully because I'm about to teach you something that absolutely everybody should know. Because it could literally put tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, in your pocket. This is not hype. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it right here. But if you don't understand it or feel you need a more detailed explanation and step-by-step system, the above link is from the Kwok brothers, two friends of mine who are truly in this to help people out. Yes, they do charge for the system, and should you choose to purchase their system, they will pay me a small fee. But whether you buy it or not, you'll receive a free calculator so you can run your own numbers, and an ebook that does a much better job of explaining this debt acceleration system to you than what I'm about to. First of all, you need a home with positive equity for the system to work for you. Let's say you have a home worth $150,000 and you owe $100,000 on your mortgage. You have $50,000 in positive equity. Go to a local credit union or bank and get a home equity line of credit, or HELOC, for as much as they'll approve you for. Most will offer between 80 and 90% of your equity as a line of credit. In this case, $45,000. You'll want to make sure you can write as many checks as you'd like from the HELOC without penalties or fees. Be careful. Using this system requires much discipline. Do not use this line of credit for anything other than this loan acceleration system. Keep $5,000 in the HELOC for emergencies only. Write checks from the HELOC to pay off all your outstanding credit card balances and apply what's left of the $40,000 to your mortgage principal. Let's say you owed $10,000 in credit card debt. That would allow you to apply the remaining $30,000 to your mortgage balance, bringing it from $100,000 to $70,000. But let's not get too excited yet. You still owe $40,000 on your HELOC. But check this out. Here's where the magic happens. We're going to use a system I like to call paycheck parking, where you're going to deposit or park every single one of your entire paychecks into the HELOC. Since the HELOC you're going to get uses a daily amortization method, every day your money is parked there, it will be replenishing itself at a rapid pace. You cannot touch that money. Rather, use your zero balance credit card to pay for everything. Your mortgage, your car, your groceries, your bills, your entertainment, absolutely everything. At the end of the month, you simply write a check from your HELOC to your credit card. And since you won't carry a balance on the card past that month, you've essentially used that money interest-free while your money sat in the HELOC account building itself back up. As soon as your HELOC balance reaches $45,000 again, leave $5,000 in case of emergencies and write a $40,000 check directly to your mortgage principal. Now only $30,000. If you have a multiple income family and you park multiple paychecks in your HELOC, you will accelerate the system even further. Repeat the process and you'll soon see that your mortgage is nothing but a distant memory, at which point you'll want to move on to the next step. How to get wealthy investing in real estate. Again, I'm going to offer a link for my friends Sam and Daniel, the Kwok brothers, because it explains exactly how Daniel went from eating out of a dumpster and having a negative bank account balance of $185 to owning 75 rental units in a very short period of time. Please subscribe to my newsletter or send me a personal message requesting more real estate investment ideas. I have systems from apartment hacking, which is buying a multi-unit building and living rent-free in one of the units, to how to get wealthy investing in single-family homes, or apartment buildings, or daily rental strategies, or investing in real estate notes. You see, once you have the capital to invest, it's really just a matter of finding a real estate niche that you're comfortable with. When in need of real estate services, contact me and I'll give you all the information you need to make the best decision for your specific case. And I'll even refer you to the agent and office who specializes in your specific real estate needs to ensure that you accomplish your goals within your desired time frame anywhere in the world. I also teach real estate professionals how to skyrocket their real estate business. For real estate professionals, that teaches how to use modern technology to market their services like a pro, resulting in tons of for sale by owner and expired listings, and the implementation of multiple pillars of income to inject into their real estate marketing campaigns. How to run a profitable online business. If you're crafty or know someone who is, you should open an online store on Etsy and list each item for just 20 cents. If you're not crafty, I can provide you with high quality, high fashion, handmade jewelry wholesalers, dream catcher wholesalers, or you can just go to AliExpress.com and find super low priced items from China to sell at large profits. You can open a Shopify account, which will essentially give you an online shopping mall with items you decide to sell at prices you determine. The companies that sell you these items wholesale will typically give you promotional graphics and sometimes video of the merchandise. Please listen to this part. Don't simply use the graphics they provide you on your listings. Savvy buyers will actually Google your image and will cross-reference your price with everyone else selling the same item. Chances are there are sellers who are offering your products for less than you. But if you make a modification to the graphics they give you, perhaps by adding your logo, your shoppers will not find it listed cheaper elsewhere as easily. How to monetize your personal skills. The best form of marketing is word of mouth. But in order to reach as many ears and eyes as possible, masterclasses or webinars are the best way to create one presentation that continues to sell for you while you're sleeping or having fun. I've included a link to every webinar for a $1 60-day trial. Optimize your results by putting your presentations on autopilot. How to monetize your favorite topics. No matter who you are, I bet you are passionate about something. You're an expert about a topic that others have always found fascinating. Even if you're not an expert, click on the link above and you'll become an affiliate of online audiobooks. Once you get your special link, all you have to do is get people talking about a specific subject and then recommend they listen to a free audiobook about it. You'll get paid $15 for each person who clicks on your free audiobook trial link. You should be doing a daily book review on all your social media outlets and mix up the topics to see what gives you the best results. How to have amazing adventures for a fraction of the price. TripsToColombia.com. My whole life, I had the pleasure of spending about 1 month each year in paradise, Colombia, South America. I essentially grew up with the locals, and I discovered some of the greatest adventures at the lowest possible prices. And in order to bless more people with these indescribable adventures, I have assembled a $1,000 adventure, which includes round-trip transportation, all transportation from hotels to 12 adventure activities, all meals and accommodations. I've made this adventure as affordable as possible in order to introduce people to the beauties of gentrification. Benefit from my inside knowledge of Colombia. As a U.S.-born dual citizen, I've had unrestricted access to the people, the country, the system, and the way of life, and how to do things most efficiently. And now, allow me to introduce you to this beautiful country and the unbelievable benefits Colombia has to offer. Every year, I found new adventures. Every year, I made new friends. Eventually, some of these friends became doctors, surgeons, anesthesiologists, attorneys, engineers, and every other type of professional you can imagine. I even have access to exotic Paso Fino horse breeders. During your stay, we'll show you the amazing return on investment on each of the properties that you stay at. How to get surgery for a fraction of the price? TripsToColombia.com shows you how. As a U.S.-born, naturalized dual citizen of Colombia, I've been able to blend in and establish relationships that translate into massive savings, normally only available to locals. I'm referring to all types of oral procedures and surgeries for a third of the price. Eye exams and glasses for a tenth of the price. Hair transplants for 1/4 of the price. Breast augmentation, tummy tucks, butt lifts, and every other type of cosmetic surgery for an eighth of the price. I can help you save thousands of dollars in all types of medical procedures, ranging from teeth whitening and straightening to implants and all other types of maxillofacial surgery. From personal experience, I'm talking about the most gentle root canal you could ever imagine, and for less than $100. For years, my personal self-esteem dwindled every time I saw myself in the mirror, and I noticed that I had lost even more hair than the last time I had checked. I went so far as to cancel my weekly real estate television show when I noticed that the lights from the set were reflecting off my shiny head for perpetuity. Wow. I had never shared that with anyone. Well, when I started really going undeniably bald, I priced a hair transplant procedure in Chicago, which came in at $38,000, which was doable for me at the time. But I refused because the procedure involved cutting out a rectangular piece of scalp and stitching the back of my head back up. I found a much better solution in Colombia called the follicular unit extract, or FUE procedure, and I love helping people learn all about it by sharing my experience with this hair transplant process. As it turns out, for less than $10,000, I can show you how to get your round-trip ticket, accommodations, meals, and FUE surgery with a highly skilled, fully licensed and insured, and experienced medical practitioner, cutting-edge plasma treatment, and your choice of 12 dream adventures. Okay, in actuality, you're paying me $1,000 for the adventure package, and I'm estimating you'll pay the surgeon roughly $9,000 for your hair procedure. Mine was $7,000, but every case is different. I've learned how to optimize the best of both worlds, and I continually establish relationships with award-winning doctors in diverse fields of expertise. And the greatest thing is that these doctors are completely professional, and because of these prices, patients come from all over the world, making these surgeons much more experienced and highly skilled at conducting these surgical procedures than their U.S. counterparts. I will introduce you to the reputable surgeons, and you will, together with your doctors, decide whether to work with them or not. In either case, during your stay, we show you the return on investment on each of the amazing places that you'll stay and offer you investment opportunities you never knew existed. For the truly enlightened individual, there's always a topic too complicated to break down, but too important not to shout from the rooftops. Remember that project I mentioned about ending human waste and the destruction of our planet? That is just a tiny sliver of what this link is all about. I highly recommend you check it out. Bottom line, I am making this video because I care about you. On this road, I've lost too many dear friends already. Friends whose lives I could have helped improve, but failed to do so because I waited for later. Waiting for later is no longer an option for me.